Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Dune Awakening content. So today folks, I want to do something fun. I want to try to see how fast I can acquire a sand bike and get mobile to where I can cross the desert to Vermilius Gap. What I've tried to do in the past, and that was really weird because the sandworm just flew by me while I was sitting here talking. I just now loaded into the game and I haven't moved yet. I wanted to start a timer from the beginning to see just how long it takes me to get a sand bike. And what I've done in the past was I've tried to get into the game and as quick as possible get to Griffin's Reach, build me a starter house right there by Griffin's Reach, and produce the equipment and the materials needed to build my first sand bike. And then you go to the Imperial testing station, get the components necessary to build the sand bike components, and then do that. And the fastest I was able to do it was 1 hour and 25 minutes, and I thought, well, that's pretty good. And then I realized that there was a place on the map where you can go and you can actually claim abandoned sand bikes. So obviously that makes it a lot faster. So what I've done now is I want to set a timer and I want to see how long it takes me to actually get on a sand bike, claim it, and then get myself to Griffin's Reach, to the spot where I like to build my starter base, and then I'm going to shut the timer off at that point, and I'm going to call that time to sand bike. That's going to be my test of how quick I can get a sand bike, get it to the place where I want to build my starter base, and then I'm going to shut the timer off at that point. So first thing I got to do is get my bearings, because I know exactly where I'm going to go is right dead south of this icon right here. So I tried to make a video a minute ago where I did this and I got confused because the first time I did it, I spawned in over here and I ran straight west, and then here's the area I wanted to get the sand bike right here. Well, I practiced that on my first time and it worked great. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make a video about this. So I did it again, made a new character on a new server as a sword master, and was all set to try it again. And this time I spawned in over here, and I didn't realize that the spawn points were random. I thought you started in the same area over here on the south side of Haga Basin every single time you loaded in as a new game, but you don't. It's random. It starts you all over the place in South Haga Basin. And when I ran west, I hit the edge of the map and I was like, wait a minute, where's that station that I'm supposed to be finding? It's not here. Well, I screwed up. It started me over here the next time and I needed to go back east to get to where I need to be. So this time I've got my bearings on the map, and luckily this objective where the Trial of Ackle is your marker that lets you know, because the station you're trying to get to is Broken Stone Station, and it's right here south of this marker. So now on this playthrough I need to run east. A minute ago it started me right here, so that would have just been like a few minutes and I would have had a sand bike, but this time I've got to run from here, which no big deal. This will be a great test and we'll see how it goes. So I gotta go east. So I'm gonna set my sights east. I'm gonna start the timer. Let's go. So I am a sword master, so I should have the knee charge ability here in just a second. As soon as the sand bike eats that bird, eats that ornithopter, now I got the knee charge ability, and I'm going to start using that to help me traverse the sands to get over here. Because what I want to do is I want to get to that area marked on the icon bar up top where the trial is, because that's where the location is that I'm trying to get to. Alright, so
made it.
made it.
Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Offwalder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. That Chome technology manual you found on the shipwreck Contains a series of basic survival schematics. Not as good as Fremen work, but better than nothing. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
Okay, so he's finally done talking, so I can have control of the voice again. And I'm going to harvest just a little bit of fiber on my way over there. There comes the sandworm right straight at my face. Wow. I'm gonna grab this fiber right here because I'm gonna need that. All right, let's check and see where we're going. We are probably making a mistake trying to cross this part of the desert, but we're gonna see how it goes. If we can make it or not. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. Sandworm threat. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. I need to get over there. So far I'm 2.5 minutes in. And I need to get to Broken Stone Station. That should be right over here. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, goodness. Okay, he was right there. Boy, he wanted us. He was wanting a snack. Look at that thing. Golly. That's huge. Alright, this is three-way outpost. This is not the one we want, but it's close by. So we know we're on the right path. Gotta avoid getting shot for a second. Okay, let's get our bearings on the map. Alright, I actually need to get down here, so I may have made the wrong decision going this way. So what I'm gonna do is just try to cut through here.
Huh?
Here in just a little bit I'll have to stop and make some bandages to prepare for my sandbike run. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're getting close. We need Broken Stone Station is what we're looking for. And this looks like a good place to go ahead and stop and make some bandages real quick. Craft up some bandages so I can have them just in case I need them. Okay, let's heal up real quick. Check our map. We want to go right here. Let's get there. I am 4 minutes in. Probably could have been a lot quicker had I spawned in right by the station like I did the last time when I screwed up and went the wrong direction because I got turned around. I think that may be it right there. If it is, we'll try to sneak in the back door and grab a sandbike. If this says Broken Stone Station, this is it. Okay, this may be it, yeah. Broken Stone Station. Alright, very good. Alright, so there's a sandbike right there in front of me. But they've already spotted me. So let's see if I can get in and get one and get out before I get killed. Okay, there's one. And I can claim. Okay. So now what I need to do is get out real fast before I get shot. Alright, awesome. 5 minutes we got a sandbike. So I'd say it was a success. Now I just need to get my map up so that I can see where I'm going because I want to get to Griffin's Reach as fast as possible. Because Griffin's Reach is where I want to build my starter base, and I'm going to go ahead and build the stuff that I need to be able to repair this sandbike and then get ready to make my trek to Vermilious Gap. So all in all, I think that was fairly successful when you're able to get a sand bike within 5 minutes. I mean, that was 5 minutes I had a sand bike. Even though it's in rough shape and it's low on fuel, it's still going to be good because all I got to do is make a few crafting stations and gather a few things, and I'll be able to refuel it and repair it. It's in, if you look in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, whoa, where am I going? Where am I going? If you look in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you'll see the status of the equipment on the bike is in pretty rough shape. And I want to try to not make as many jumps or anything like that as I can so that I don't bust the bike before I get there. There's Griffin's Reach in the distance. I'm going to call it as soon as I get to the spot where I like to build my base. It says the locomotion module is about to break one of the treads. Okay, I'm getting close. Griffin's Reach trading post is where I'm trying to get. Alright, so right there is where, let me show you. Right here is where I like to make my little starter base because it's right underneath Griffin's Reach trading post, and it's a spot to where it's sheltered right here when I park it right up here underneath this. And in case a sandstorm hits before I get it built, that bike's sheltered and it should be good. And I like to build my base like right here, my little starter base, because I have everything I need and I'm just right here with Griffin's Reach trading post. Right there, you can see it. All I got to do is go around the corner and up the street and it's there. So I'm going to call the video right here, and I'm going to say that this is probably the best run I've ever had. It was 8 minutes and 15 seconds is what it took me to get to a sand bike and claim it and get to the spot where I'm going to build my starter base. Now what I'll do is I'll build my little starter base and then get myself ready to make the trek to Vermilius Gap. And yeah, that's a speed run for time to sand bike. So thank you for watching my content today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you found it interesting. If you did, please think about subscribing to my channel, because I have a milestone that I'm trying to reach, my next big milestone, 5,000 subscribers, and I would love it if you would join me in that journey and help me get there. So I hope you have a great time in Dune Awakening. I hope you got to take part of the beta that happened this weekend, the open beta weekend. It was very fun, and it gave us all a lot of excitement because the game is in a really good place and we're just really happy about it. So thanks for watching my content. I'll see you in another video about Dune Awakening coming soon. Peace.